I gotta kill those lyrics, dude. But that is one of their jams. Holler if you hear me. Holler if you hear me. What song? What band was that? You guys know sometimes I'll play that particular band to start my intros, but usually not that song. But that is a bomb song. So I got another song request, and I'm gonna put it up there, and I'm gonna give shout out when I do it to the guy who requested it. He knows who he's talking. He knows what I'm talking about. He's definitely gonna know when I play the song. I have the song. Okay, it's in my CD collection. So how I do my intros is when I do an opening like that is I have a 6-disc CD changer in the trunk of this 2000 vintage Mercedes CLK. It's an older car, but I love it. I'm not getting rid of it. I get offers all the time. People ask me on the street when they see me, hey, how much? I'll buy it from you. I'm like, it's not for sale. But I like the fact that it does still have a 6-disc CD changer in the trunk. It also has a cassette deck, which is cool. And then, of course, the radio. And something, a little unique fun fact from this era of Mercedes-Benz, you know, from the early 2000s up until like maybe 2010, I don't even know if it still went past that, is that Bose, the stereo makers, Bose, B-O-S-E, they make great stereo systems. They were the ones who got the contract with Mercedes to put their audio systems in the car audio in the Mercedes. Now, I don't know if that still is the case. If you have a more newer, more late model, more recent model Mercedes, and they still have Bose speaker systems and sound systems, let me know. But this is the year of this car is a 2000, and back then Bose had the contract with Mercedes to provide their cars with the audio sound, which is why Mercedes are still to this day known for having great stereos, because Bose is really top of the level, top notch. I mean, you got Alpine, Bose, there's Blaupunkt. If you're in the car audio, you know what I'm talking about. Blaupunkt, Alpine, Bose, Kenwood. Those are your 4 tops. There's a couple other really good ones like Pioneer, but the ones I just mentioned, Blaupunkt, Kenwood, Bose, and Alpine, those 4 are really way up there. So anyways, enough of that. That's how I do my intros. So some of you people requested song intros. I'm gonna get to them. It's just a matter of me finding that CD and buying that CD and throwing it in the trunk. That's how much I care about what you guys want to hear, because you guys support this channel. So I love that. You guys are dope. And let me start off the video with, what's up, YouTube? All my UPSers out there. I'm driving. I start working about an hour and a half, so I got a little bit of time to make this quick video. You guys know I always try to keep them. I really do have the mindset to try to keep it at about 10 to 12 minutes. You see that doesn't always work out. I'm loquacious. Loquacious means I have a lot to say. I've been told that my whole life, all right? So it's just something I know about me, and I like to talk, right? So I try to keep it short. Anyways, let me get into the topic of this video right now. This one was requested from a subscriber and a viewer, so big shouts out to him. I'm gonna give him a shout out at the end of this video, because he's the one that asked this question. He asked it within the last few hours, actually, within the last 10 hours or so. I've been pretty busy, but I knew I was going to make a video today. I responded to him in the comments. So when you guys leave comments, I do read them, and I do try to respond to them. I try to go through them again if I miss some, because there's a lot of comments, or sometimes somebody will comment and then somebody else will comment, and then I'm like, okay, I responded, and then 4 days, 5 days go by, somebody else comments on that video, and I'm like, oh, I already checked it. No, I go back. So if your comment hasn't been read out yet or whatever, believe me, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to respond to it, and if it's a question, I'm going to try to answer it. This particular question from this particular subscriber, which he requested this today, was basically, can you do a video on our union benefits? This particular subscriber has been with the company, with UPS, for 2 months now, so big ups to him for passing those first 30 days, which is, like I said, if you guys watch some of my earlier videos, I talk about the first 30 days. That's a feeling out period between you and UPS what I'm saying is, those first 30 days, you got to wear a blue vest. You guys know this if you work there. If you're gonna work there, if you're trying to get on board, they're gonna train you for 1 week straight, which is like 3 or 4 days in the classroom. You're gonna do some stretches. You're gonna watch videos. You're gonna take a few exams, like a couple of quizzes, to see if you're paying attention. They're gonna teach you how to build a wall inside of a trailer. They're gonna teach you how to tear down a wall inside of a trailer. How to safely use the load stands, which are those little step ladder things. They're yellow. They're big, at least in our hub, they're yellow. They're gonna show you those techniques on how to, so you don't get hurt, right? That's only 1 week. Then the next 3 weeks, you're out there in the field. Whatever you do, most of the time as a package handler, you're gonna start as a loader or an unloader. But sometimes you get lucky and they'll start you at small sort or something else, or they might send you over to metros, which is still unloading, but it's just metros, which is the small package trucks, the brown trucks that you see on the road every day. When you're on the metro side of unloading, that's what you're unloading, is those brown package trucks, which is a little easier than unloading the big 53-foot trailers. That's hard work. Or loading them sometimes, that's hard work too. The load side guys, I give them a lot of respect for loading. You got to build the wall. All right. So again, this is basically about what are our union benefits. So the subscriber asked me specifically. He's been with us for 2 months, and like I said, big ups for him for surviving that first month and then actually sticking around an additional 30 days. And he'll tell you in the comments, I'm sure, when he watches the video, that it's no joke, but it does get easier. The first 30 days, your muscles are sore. You know, like I remember that first week. I still remember it. I think I did a video on it. The first week or so, your muscles are really sore. There's a lot that you're getting used to because you're moving around inside that trailer, walking around, then going to another trailer, and then going to another trailer, and then going to another trailer, and going to another trailer, and so forth, right? And you're lifting boxes, putting them on a belt. You're turning. You're trying not to twist. You're trying to pivot your body a certain way so you can, be safe and not get injured. I'm gonna get you guys out of the sun because I could see the glare. All right, so how does that work, right? Your body's getting used to it, just like working out. If you're in the military, you understand boot camp, they start you off with like stuff that's not as physical because they know it's going to be hard. Even though they do beat you up in the Marine Corps. The recruiter might say one thing. The Marine Corps is a whole different animal. I was looking for my tripod, but it's okay. I just want to make sure you guys can hear what I'm saying. All right, so all right, first 30 days, you wear a blue vest. You learn everything you got to learn. Your body's getting used to all this stuff. 30 days go by, you get evaluated like every week or two. You're going to get mentored. I'm a mentor. I go mentor people that have been there for like 30 days or less. I go in there and talk to them about it. How do you like it? Make sure you're doing everything safely. Do you plan on staying here? What do you do other than UPS? Are you in school? Are you a student? How old are you? What do you envision yourself doing here at UPS? Are you going to be going to school through UPS's educational rehabilitation, or what is it? They basically reimburse you, right? Tuition reimbursement. There you go. So I ask those questions, and then I say, do you have any questions for me? Sometimes those questions are related to the union, like the one I'm about to talk about, and sometimes they're related to pay, raises, stuff like that. Okay, so this video is about our benefits. What do we get? What do we all get as package handlers who are in the union? You've paid your $200 initial fee, which is the initial fee that makes you a part of the union. So we all have to do that. So most of you guys know this, but I'm going to cover it, so be patient. For those who don't know, I'm going to cover this. That first check, they're going to take $50 out of your check for the union. That second check, they're going to take $50 out of that check for the union. Third check, $50. Fourth check, $50. If you add that up, that's $200. That's your initiation fee to join the union. You have now joined the union, right? You have paid your initial fees to be a part of the Teamsters union. I'm local 396. I don't know what local, if you're in Chicago or Dallas, Texas, or Houston, Texas, or New York, you're a Teamster, but your local is different than my local. I'm local 396. All right, so now we all joined. We all paid our $200. We're part of the union now, right? You work 30 days. You're in. Take off the blue vest. You're no longer considered a new join. You're still new, but you've safely worked enough to where you've proven yourself to the supervisors and managers, like, this guy's not going to get hurt, this girl's not going to get hurt, he's not going to hurt anybody else, she's not going to hurt anybody else. They've paid attention enough to follow the basic instruction, and they're going to probably get better and better, which is true. You will get better and better. And even then, safety is always a concern. So as it progresses along, now you're in month number 2, you're cruising along, you're doing your thing, and then one of my friends just drove by. Month number 3, you're cruising along, you're doing your thing. At the end of month 3, this is important to the subscriber who asked this question, 90 days, because you've done 60, now the other 30, 90 days, you're in. You are now officially part of the union, meaning you've passed your probationary period, which is a Teamsters probation, okay? It's also a UPS probation. Those first 30 days is a feel out period. You're feeling it out. Am I gonna like this? Is this for me? And they're feeling you out. Is he or she safe? Is he or she going to be able to keep up the pace that we want to work at this place? Because if you're really slow, they're going to come talk to you and be like, hey, we thank you for being part of UPS, but can we expect it to be at this pace or blah, blah. They're not going to make you like go to blistering speed because it's a crawl, walk, run, but they do expect you to be efficient, you know what I mean? So they're feeling it out for you because that's those first 30 days. Is this for you? And even though first 90 days is really probationary, the probationary period for the first 90 days has to do with, are you on time? Do you call off sick a lot? Are you safe? And are you getting better? Are you progressing? Because they're going to come evaluate your performance like every 30 days or so, supervisor, and they're going to ask you questions. They're going to ask you procedures. What happens if you do this? Where do you go in case of an emergency? If there was a fire or earthquake, where would you meet up at? Where are the emergency exits at? They're going to ask you all that stuff. If you're following along at a pretty regular, knowledgeable pace to know most of that stuff, 85-90% of that stuff, you're cool. You're going to be okay. You'll make it. It's not that hard. Okay, there's people there that are disabled that are good. I even see people that have slight cases of autism and different things. I don't put names out there, and they're fine and they work good and they're good workers and they're good people. So you can do it. You know, any reasonable, basic person who's able to walk and talk, you can work at UPS. It's all up here, man. All right, so getting back to the union benefits. 90 days in, boom, you got your union benefits. You are a union member, right? You are protected by the union. They can't fire you. They can't just walk up to you and go, hey, get out of here. You didn't make it. You didn't pass. No, you passed probation. You've suffered through 90 days of this sweaty, hard work. You are officially sworn in to the union. You're jumped into the gang. You're in the Brown gang. Now, as we go forward, 6 months. Let's fast forward to 6 months. So 90 days, you're in the union, you're good to go. Every month you're going to pay union dues after that. But that $200 is the first time, and then you're good. After that, I forget exactly what it is. I can check for you. But they're going to take a monthly union fee out. But see, you got to realize that's a benefit. So you're paying into your benefit because you're getting you're paying into your pension as well. We get a pension. Our pension doesn't come from UPS. It comes from Teamsters. Does that make sense? There's two things, UPS and then Teamsters Union. They have a relationship, but the Teamsters is where you get your retirement. The Teamsters is where you get your medical, dental, vision benefits from. UPS pays you because they're the employer, but Teamsters is where we get our benefits from. It's kind of hard to explain. I hope I'm doing a good job of explaining it. There's union, Teamsters, and then there's UPS, your employer. And that's why, like, if you're a supervisor for UPS, you opt out of the, you willingly opt out of the union, and you are now only employed by Teamsters, by UPS, not Teamsters. You're no longer a union member if you become a supervisor. You're not part of the Teamsters anymore. back in the day, 15, 20 years ago, the supervisors were part of the union, and they could get a retirement from the pension from Teamsters, and they got the stock options. But because of the contract that they got last time, they opted out of, they negotiated out of the Teamsters union. I don't know, bad decision as far as I'm concerned. But hey, they got something for that though. They got like stock options or something good that's going to make them some money. So that's the way it works. Now, 6 months in, you should get a brown t-shirt after 6 months. Now, you should be able to apply for any job in the hub, including driver, shifter, which is the guys that drive those trailers around the yard and move them to dock doors. That's called a shifter. Forklift driver, AGV driver, which is what I do. The trains, I drive the AGVs. It's hard for me to say it all the time. Which is the automatic vehicles, I don't know, GOAT, who knows, it's a train. You load up all the bulk packages onto those, and you deliver those to the different bulk areas, and then they process them, PD1, PD2, PD3, and they come down PS lines, PS1, PS2, and you put those on trains, and then we swap out the carts, and it's a big old deal. That's what bulk does. So that's bulk, right? I work bulk, so it was natural for me to gravitate to being a train driver because I work in the bulk area, and those trains deliver to bulk. Okay, so you can apply for that. You can apply for small sort. You can apply for FAA next day air. You can apply for, there's a lot of stuff. I can't think of everything because there's like probably a good 25 different jobs within the hub that a union person like yourself can do. There's hazardous material processor. You're still a package handler, but you just process hazardous materials, chemicals, bleach, insecticides, stuff that comes through that's considered hazardous to the human body. Something that can produce an acid burn or something like that. I don't know about, because I've seen whole blood, I've seen medical parts, like body parts. Yeah, you see a lot of stuff. It's all wrapped up in packages, but it comes down the belt. They ship all this stuff all over the place. Now with that, so 6 months in, you can apply for all these jobs, right? Including driver. You just got to wait. Once you apply, you got to check, bug them a little bit, check your list, where your name is on the seniorities list, because you're on there somewhere. Figure out where you're at. At my hub, there's like 1,700 people. So somewhere in there, I fall in somewhere in there. And I know my number is going up because people promote, they become supervisors, people become drivers. That's a promotion. Once that person goes up, then it brings me up. People become managers, or they go into other areas. And so depending on what area you're at, your seniority is based upon that too. So if I'm in bulk, my bulk number is A, B, C, and D. Now my hub number is a different seniority, right? It goes by your hire date. So mine is June 12th of 2021. Here we are, April 21st of 2022. So in a couple of months, like June 12th is my 1 year anniversary date. I'm going to get, per the union benefit, this is another benefit, I'm going to get 5 sick days. I'm sorry, no, I get more than that. I get 5 vacation days, 7 sick days. I think 3 or 4 personal days where you can, like a floating holiday, you can plug that in anywhere. And you get paid holidays, Labor Day, Memorial Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, and there's one more that I know for sure. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July. So there's 6 paid holidays. There may be more, but for sure you get those 6. So after those 6, you get those 6 paid holidays. That's a benefit. These are all benefits. And then you're going to get something. I'm going to show you guys. I think it's in my trunk because I got it in the mail. And I'm going to kind of hip you guys to a little bit of the game when it comes to your medical benefits, right? You're gonna get a packet. It's gonna look like this. I'm gonna show you guys some insider information. It's gonna look like this, right? You're gonna get a big old packet. It's gonna have on the corner, it's gonna say UPS, and it's gonna have your booklet in there. So it comes with your Western Regional, for me anyways, healthcare plan. See, it says Teamsters Western Regional, right? And it's going to say summary plan descriptions, plan rules, regulations. This one goes back to January 2016, so it's still effective. All right, now what it is it's a booklet talking about HMO, PPO, which is your medical stuff, right? What plan do you want to use? Are you going to go HMO or PPO? Let me give you an example. HMO would be something like Kaiser hospitals. If you go with HMO, it's a little cheaper. Your co-pays are like $5, maybe $10, something like that. Some co-pays you don't have to pay. We get 20 chiropractic visits a year and 20 acupuncture visits or treatments a year. These are medical treatments: acupuncture, chiropractic medicine. Those are therapies, they're treatments. If you have sore muscles, a strained back, you might want to check into acupuncture or chiropractic medicine, massage therapy, stuff like that. All that's part of your medical. Check the book. You're going to get this after 9 months. So when you've reached 9 months, if you haven't seen this, call HR and say, hey, I've been here 9 months, where's my book? And it's going to have like a bunch of other stuff in there. So this thing is filled with paperwork, stuff that you have to fill out. You have to put your social security number on it, your address, which is already verified because you got it in the mail, obviously. But then you're going to fill out what you want, Kaiser or pick the hospital. If it's a PPO, you're going to look up a list of networked hospitals and doctors or whatever. Networked meaning they're already pre-approved in your area that, hey, you can, if you want to pick this hospital, it's in there. They got you. Just put your name on that list and send off for that, and then they're going to process that application, and then you're going to get a medical card from Blue Cross or Blue Shield or Kaiser, right? So you get one or the other, HMO, PPO. If you get the PPO and you pick, let's just give you an example. Let's say you pick PIH, which is for me, which is a hospital in Whittier called PIH, Presbyterian something hospital, right? If I pick that one and I get a PPO card, Blue Cross Blue Shield, then they're going to send me the card from that, and then my medical plan is based upon, I get an ID number, and it's going to say, oh, you have Teamsters medical insurance and you're covered for these different things. And if you want to get referred, if you have, say you need an orthopedist because you broke a bone or something, they're going to refer you to a guy outside, or if they have that, they can provide it, then they refer you to the orthopedist within that hospital. You get your x-rays covered, your CAT scans, and all these different things, right? That's PPO. Kaiser pretty much handles all their stuff within Kaiser. They provide you with everything there. If you have to go outside of Kaiser for something really unusual, then I don't know how that works, but they could probably refer you out. But that's in your plan. PPOs, from what I understand, are a little bit more expensive because I think you get more stuff, you get more things back. I keep hearing there's a benefit to a PPO. I'd have to read it. It's in here what that stands for, PPO, and it's in there what HMO stands for. If you want to know, let me know, and I'll tell you, because off the top of my head, I don't remember. I don't know too much about it other than the fact that I just got this and I studied a little bit of it because it's got chapters on what benefits do we get, what if this happens, long-term disability, what if you get injured at work, what if you're on a like workers' comp issue and you're out of work for 6 months, 8 months, long-term, you're out for a longer extended period. How does that work when you go back to work? How are you going to get paid? All that's in these pamphlets. And so when you get it, do your best to spend some time looking at it. Block off of like 20-30 minutes, because you got to read it. And for me anyways, I read it in sections. I'll read 15 minutes and then read another 15 minutes the next day, because it's a lot to take in. But this is all part of your union benefits from Teamsters. 9 months in, you're going to get that. Okay, now that's after 9 months. After 1 year, you get all your vacation, your sick pay, your floating holidays, and blah, blah, blah. They're not going to sweat you if you call off because you have sick time. That's what sick time is for. If you're sick, you call off sick, you're getting paid. That's how that works. So Teamsters, I'm Local 396. We just got our t-shirts. I hope you guys saw that video. Those t-shirts were ordered a long time ago, but I think COVID put a hold on everything. So now things are moving and grooving again. So we got our t-shirts. They're really nice. I hope you guys see them. Look at the video. And there's Teamsters Thursday, which is sometimes they'll have activities. They want you to wear your shirt, your t-shirts, because it says Teamsters Thursdays on the back. And then they're going to have like barbecues or giveaways. Or you can always go to your local union hall and get a copy of the memorandum of understanding. They can talk to you about the contract, when it's going to be up for renewal, your raises, how that works. I do say get your shop steward's phone number, whoever that is, man or woman, in your particular hub. Grab the shop steward's